Hello everyone, it's me, Fat Man from the Holler. And as always, if you like my videos, hit like and subscribe and ring that bell for upcoming content. Well, when I did the first video, as you can see, here's a piece of the auto bench primer that actually broke. And I wasn't forceful with it or nothing of that sort, but you can see it. So I'm going to save that inside the box. And the typical problem I see with using this, and I mean, you seen the video, I wasn't very forceful with it or anything of that nature. So I'm going to show you, here's the problem. You slide it down, it has this rail where it locks into, and then you lift the handle. It's got a connecting rod right here that you can see that initially pushes this up, where you can do, it slides the next primer up. Okay. And it'll work for a second. Okay, you push it down, and that rod's supposed to go back and forth, but it's not. So you have to, I have to manually pull it down. And then when I push the handle down, it pushes it back up. Because it's not connecting right, maybe there's two thin little pieces that I showed you was broke. And they're very, very, very thin, which is not really great. And they're very easy to break. And maybe that's the problem I'm having with this, but I'm really not liking this. Because anybody's a beginner or an expert in reloading is really not going to find it to be very helpful. As you can see, it'll feed, and then it's not properly sliding. I just don't think that piece has nothing to do with this. There's something else going on here. And this, I mean, it's put together the way it's supposed to be. As you watch this rod that actually moves it up and down, you actually have to physically do this every single time. That'd be kind of a, I mean, for the people that like electronics and doing things fast, that'd be very tedious and annoying. And that rod, I don't get it. And it's set in there properly. I haven't really done anything to change the product. It's just odd that it's working like this. So it may be something a lot of folks here reloading may not like that. Maybe other people have had this. Sometimes I like to say maybe it's my error because that little piece got broke. That little piece can't. I mean, the other side's pretty thin before it's even broke. I've looked at everything and it's so paper thin. If that's the issue, that's terrible to make a product like it. Because when I was reloading, when I was taught how to reload, a lot of stuff we used was all metal. It wasn't plastic like this, and it's just a whole lot different. But my uncle also bought a lot more professional, higher end tools because he had a business and a great budget to do that with. But yeah, you figured this right here. Then again, maybe that's why this is like that. I don't understand. It's just an issue that I figured I would show. And then to actually do that, pop it down. And then I also thought, well, maybe maybe the large one, maybe it's just the large one. And I keep looking at it, and I keep thinking, well, maybe it's not, because there's actually a groove. This piece, the center, slides in, and then there's grooves at the top where it slides on the top rail. So we'll try this different. I'll just try it and just see if it changes anything. And see, it don't change nothing because it slides right in there, and then you push it. It doesn't go back and forth as it should, and you still have to do it. It doesn't matter if it's the small or the large. Maybe it's just, I guess, being manual, it's a little more manual. You actually use the handle, and you have to slide it back every time to actually get to go forward, which be very annoying. That's why I'm making this video, because I don't like to produce anything or illustrate anything that's going to be something that would be an aggravation to anybody else. So, I spend the money I spend on this, it's okay, because maybe it'll save somebody else from this kind of problem. And then what I've noticed is a lot of the priming tools, from hand priming to this type of priming, maybe the reloading businesses need to make a little bit better products, not so shoddy. I mean, that just seems more feasible. If you're going to sell products, and I understand that you have to initially make money when you're a business, but wouldn't you obviously want the people that's using your product to actually have effective products that they're going to find useful, where they'll want to buy more products from your business versus selling stuff that's made pretty cheaply? Because the first video you seen, I didn't rough this up. I just slid it in. And I slid it in, and maybe it hit barely, and it broke that. But it's just not going to do that. If you can pop this guy out, there's the grooves in there. You look down in it, there's no way. Because right there, right where the piece broke, it's hard to see down into it directly. But it's where it catches it, so it doesn't go too far up. I don't understand it. It's the first time I've actually had a problem with anything from Lee, and I'm really not impressed by it. And it really starts to change my mind about things. And you can see it'll work a little bit the way it should if you just go very slowly with it. But I'm used to actually just going up, down. But I guess maybe being a new tool, it might be tight, so it doesn't have any play to it where it can actually slide freely, or maybe it needs lubed or something. I'll have to do some more reading before I get completely aggravated with it, because now it's actually functioning the way it should. If you go slow, it goes down and up, and see, it just don't continue that way. So I'm not gonna send you guys in a direction that you're gonna have calamity. I'm trying to make videos that are informative, so I can save others problems that I've had doing things that I do, because I don't like to see anybody waste their money or be inconvenienced when they're trying to do something. So I'm gonna wrap this up, but that is all.